Well, it's been about 3 weeks since we've hit the field with any type of equipment because it's been non-stop raining. In those 3 weeks, I graduated, also went on senior trip, and finished up school. We're all done. Aden's all done with school now. But yeah, haven't hit the fields in about 3 weeks, but things are getting a little bit more promising, and maybe today or tomorrow we can hit the fields. I've also tried to fix my mic situation. This is like a one-way mic. I need to find a replacement for it, so if you have any ideas, leave in the comment section below. But yeah, here's some of the 20-inch beans that Jared planted right up against our house. They're all up. There for a little while, we were a little concerned they weren't going to come up, but we are lucky, and they're up. Actually, almost all of our beans came up, and almost all our corn. We do have a little bit of replant in corn, and also got a little bit of spotting in to do with beans, but nothing too concerning, honestly. But yeah, it's beautiful out here. Got a lot of rain in the past 3 weeks, so it's nice to be out in the be able to actually walk out here. It's not actually like completely muddy anymore. So yeah, if you would have asked me whenever we were planting the first time, if planting all the crops, mic's all messed up. I've got a little thing to swivel my mic now, so maybe you guys can hear me better the whole time. So if you would have asked me 3 weeks ago, right before it rained, if planting all the beans, getting as many beans we could in the ground was a good idea, I would have been like, I don't know. We could have everything planted by May. Well, now it's I think May 20th or the 21st, and we haven't hit the field since April. So now I would tell you, good thing we put as many beans as we could in the ground, because at the end of the day, you never know. It could rain for a month straight and you can't even hit the field, so it's better just to get after it when you can get after it, in my opinion. So, after 3 weeks, we finally got dry enough where we can plant something. Now, are we completely dry? No. Dad doesn't even think he can spray. But there is one piece that is dry enough for us to plant, and I'm going to head over there and plant it. It's about 25 acres of old CRP ground. Well, it was in CRP last year. Now it got pulled out of CRP. So it's got some grass that's just been killed off with the sprayer. Should be able to go in there with the drill, plant it all up, make it look pretty. And this is kind of the perfect time to be planting into grass or anything like that, because we got rain in the forecast for tomorrow. But our 90-20 here is having some problems starting. So I got my $80 battery jumper hooked up. Now I just got this for a graduation gift. I sent it to Grandma and I was like, can I get this please? So $80, and it jumps all the way up to a 10-liter diesel, which the only reason I had an idea that these were even a thing was because Larson Farms has one. And I looked up the exact model that they have, and it's like $600 to $400 in that range. And I was like, I'm not paying that much for something to jump batteries, but found this one, and I think this one's just as good. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. I've already jumped this tractor once with it, but it's been sitting here for what, 3 or 4 days, and it needs jumped again, so that's not really promising. But honestly, I haven't ran it for 3 weeks, so for a very long time. Just moved it around the yard over here. Well, let's give her a go. Easy peasy. Well, back at it. after 3 weeks, finally back in the tractor seat. And taking it nice and slow at the moment because we are planting into grass. So as I said earlier, this is CRP, or was CRP. It's now out of CRP, but it was in CRP last year. The landowners have disked this up. So now I'm coming in, I'm planting some beans into it. Hopefully we get a nice little rain, and that's exactly what these beans will need. Dad will come in here and spray this all down, kill this grass off, and we could get a pretty nice bean crop off of it. Now this isn't just a random 20-acre patch. We already farmed kind of up towards the road here. I'll show you whenever we get up there. But yeah, this is a pretty nice piece to add on to what we already farmed up here by the road. So there's some of the stuff that we normally farm. Now we did build some terraces this year. This whole farm is not ready to plant at the moment because of those terraces. They are a little damp on the inside of them, and since they're freshly built terraces, they've also are a little soft, so not quite ready to plant yet, but we are getting there. I'd say if we had a few more days, we'd be able to knock that out, but for now, not so much. We'll just go ahead and plant in this grass and hope for a rain so we can get these beans up over here. I like long, straight rows. Get to set the GPS and kind of cruise. It's a little rough out here. Were a few little trees that had to be plucked, but overall landowners cleaned it up pretty nice, so not much I really gotta worry about out here. But yeah, if we get the rain we're supposed to get tomorrow, these beans will have all they need to grow. Yeah, perfect stuff. I am only going 5 miles an hour just because I want to make sure I get the seed in the ground. But honestly, I think the planter's doing just fine getting it in the ground. Can't believe it. Have been in this tractor for about 3 weeks. Now I'm finally back in it, and I don't know how long that's going to last. So, planning this today is kind of just a strategy, just because if these beans don't come up, this farm, the whole farm in general right here, we plan on hitting kind of towards the end of the year. That's kind of how we always do it. So, with this being one of the last fields we're going to actually plant, to that point, we will be able to come back and replant if these beans don't come up. Which honestly, I think they have a really good chance of coming up because of the rain tomorrow. So that's why we're out here in the first place. But if they don't come up, we can come in and try again probably in a few weeks. It all just depends on rain. If we didn't get any rain, we'd probably see it at the end of this week, but we don't know. When it comes to planting in general this year, we're about 3/4 of the way done with beans, and we're all the way done with corn. We do have some replant to do in beans and a very tiny bit in corn, but not too big a deal. Now, at the beginning of the season, I was a little bit concerned. Well, I wasn't concerned. I was kind of like, do we really need to plant all our beans right now and finish everything up before we even get a rain? Dad was kind of like, do we really need to be full tilt right now? Well, after waiting 3 weeks, my opinion's changed. I'm like, as soon as it dries up, just hit it as hard as you can, because at the end of the day, you never know what Mother Nature's going to do to you. Because now we're, what, almost, it's like the 20th, actually it's the 18th of May, and we haven't planted in 3 weeks. So, things have changed a lot, and happy we got the beans we got in the ground, happy we got the corn that we got in the ground, but if you give us a week, we'll probably get everything else finished up. But the way the forecast is, I don't know if we're gonna ever get another week of no rain. Well, we're not done working dirt for the year, but the 9482's unhooked. What is that a sign of? Uh-oh. Dad's stuck. Got the sprayer stuck. So this is the same CRP that I mowed last year for hay. Now it's out of CRP and we planted it to beans. Dad was coming in here to try to kill off the rest of the grass out here, and it's a little soft to be doing that, especially in this corner. The rest of the field's fine, but this corner's wet. So he got stuck and he spun out. And he's got a 2-wheel drive sprayer, so that's why he's screwed. And he's not happy that I'm recording this either. Well, it's pretty sad how easy that was to pull that out. And sadly, I'm recording this on my phone too. But yeah, there's Dad. Well, what we're gonna do. And just like that, before I even leave the field, he's back to spraying. It's a little soft out here. I think it's just a little soft to be spraying, but there he goes. Not really a good corner to be in. That little corner right there, a little soft. Rest of the field's fine. It's a little damp. Honestly, you should have waited just a little bit longer, maybe another day. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, we'll head back home with this, which really isn't that far away, so get after it. And now Aden's gonna put up his birdhouse that he made in ag. He didn't paint it in ag. I had some green spray paint. He spray painted it up and let it dry over the past 2 days, and now we're gonna hang it up on the T-post. This old birdhouse doesn't have a front door anymore, so don't throw it. We can put a new door on it and then hang it back up.
Oh yeah. It's a little...
You gonna screw up yours? It's dry enough to do this. Also, it's dry enough to plant my sweet corn in my garden, but I haven't done that yet. We're getting to it. We got the 40-20 out. Yeah. Can you do this all by yourself?
I don't know.
Since this is your birdhouse? I'd put it... I'll put it like that. Let's see this. I grabbed 4 long screws for them, because the old one's about a little bit shorter. Don't put it through the bottom of the Honda's bed. Nuh-uh. So no more electric fence. I worked it up. I don't think I'm going to put the electric fence back up this year. I think I'm just going to put like 2 or 3 raccoon cages out. And that'll take care of my pest problem pretty much. Be gentle.
Don't split the wood.
You got it. Here we go. How about you twist the drill a little bit? There you go. Now you can get it. That's good. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You're gonna put 3 down there? Yeah. That thing ain't going anywhere.
No.
We got a John Deere green birdhouse now. Don't split it. That's really good. Yeah, that thing is not going anywhere. One thing kind of sucks about your little birdhouse here, it doesn't have a front door, so you gotta look down the hole to see the birds.